Okay, so fresh off the fight between Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda for the WBC lightweight world title, not world heavyweight title, world title. Shakur Stevenson wins a 12-round decision, a 12-round unanimous decision in a fight where, for the most part, he pretty much just took William Zepeda to school. Now, William Zepeda had some success at times purely due to the amount of volume he's throwing. And we all knew this was going to be the case. We knew William Zepeda is going to come into this fight throwing a lot of punches. But I think consensus, well, I don't know about consensus, but in my opinion, it was all going to be the matter of Shakur Stevenson doing the more efficient, clean work. And for the most part, Zepeda wasn't really landing clean. Now, once again, this is another Shakur Stevenson fight, another performance where I would say, for the most part, he put on a defensive masterclass. A boxing fundamentals 101 of how to box, when to box as well. Because he's not a Zepeda. Zepeda can punch for 12 rounds. All throughout. Shakur Stevenson is not like that. Or maybe not like that, but he's not going to be able to throw the sort of volumes that Zepeda is going to throw. So he doesn't even try. So in moments, he lets Zepeda not punch himself out, but throw punches against his high guard. And for the most part, they're just landing on the arms and on the gloves of Shakur Stevenson. That's great boxing 101 because your opponent's throwing punches and you're taking essentially no damage. You know? So really high IQ performance from Shakur Stevenson. Mixed the punches up well. Mixed, headshots, body shots. Kept Zepeda on his toes. At times stood toe-to-toe with Zepeda in the middle of the ring, which is what you have to do at times. When fighting guys like Zepeda, you can't just be on the outside against the ropes because you'll lose the fight. Even if you outbox him, but you're on the ropes, you'll lose the fight. There's going to be times when you have to stand in the middle and you have to not trade with him because Zepeda wasn't really trading with Shakur. It was Zepeda throwing punches, Shakur blocking them, and then Shakur throwing back clean punches that were landing clean. He took Zepeda to school, in my opinion. And Shakur Stevenson's done that to many, many guys throughout his career, but he's never done it to someone as accomplished as William Zepeda. An unbeaten interim world champion in his own respect. Zepeda's no bum. Shakur made him look a bit like a bum. He caught him with a punch when he was off balance, so it may look like Shakur was rocked. He wasn't rocked. But an interesting fight. In some ways a chess match, but it didn't go too differently to how I expected it to go. Shakur Stevenson took him to school. He boxed when he needed to box. He threw when he needed to throw. He mixed it up well, and he won the 12-round decision pretty handedly, in my opinion. Now, Shakur Stevenson's now continue his reign as WBC lightweight champion. And it's on to bigger and better things. I'm probably going to make a video about who I think he's going to be fighting next. But it was a decent fight, and again, from Seth Stoner, a accurate prediction. I didn't think Zepeda was going to get stopped. I definitely didn't think Zepeda was going to stop Shakur. But I didn't think Shakur was going to stop Zepeda either. And he didn't. He never really got close to it. And Zepeda never really got close to stopping Shakur. So it was exactly how I expected it to go, to be honest. It was a 12-round decision. Shakur pretty comfortably won. I don't say super comfortably, even though in my opinion, I think it was a pretty comfortable performance for Shakur. But I know there'll be people out there that are saying, oh, well, he had him against the ropes. I'm not worried about that, man. It's boxing. It's boxing, right? And Shakur Stevenson won the fight, rightfully so. And like I said, he's on to bigger and better things now. But really, Shakur, lightweight's a really good division. There's a lot of talent at the top of lightweight. So I'm curious to see what else is in store for both guys at 135. Zepeda's got a loss on his record now, but he's still at the top of the division. Don't get it twisted. He's still at the top of the division, and there's still a lot of interesting fights for him there. So just because Zepeda's lost, don't think now Zepeda's going to lose to everyone. Zepeda still beats a lot of these top guys purely off his volume alone. Even if he couldn't stop Tevin Farmer, he couldn't stop Shakur Stevenson, he probably doesn't stop the other top lightweights in the division. But like I said, purely off his volume alone, he beat Tevin Farmer twice. Well, he's got 2 wins over Tevin Farmer on his resume. That's impressive. And Zepeda can still, he's definitely still got a career intact, right? And he's still, no doubt, Golden Boy will be able to get him some big fights after this, even though he lost the fight. But yeah, I'm interested to see what happens to both guys. Both guys are no doubt going to have good careers. But yeah, Shakur Stevenson wins this time. And yeah, another episode of the Seth Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.